Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to do a weekly reset with you. This is something that I like doing at least once a week to reset my space, because throughout the week, when I'm at work, whenever I come home, I just dump things here and there and everything is such a mess. And if I don't have this like weekly tidy session, my space will just get out of control with the amount of clutter it has. This is not like a really in-depth cleaning, like deep clean with me type video. This is just like tidying up the general area. So first up, I'm just clearing up my living room, and sometimes there are just things everywhere because throughout a week let me just say I'm guilty actually of just like dropping things here and there. And especially with my cats, like they do us so many things. And they have so many things all over my apartment, and I have all of these boxes where I leave for them because I feel bad to throw away their boxes, because if you have cats, then I am just going to go ahead and vacuum my rugs. So I have a robo vacuum which vacuums and mops, but I don't pass those on my carpet since I think that they tend to spend a lot of time on the carpet. So I have like a vacuum and I would just vacuum there. And I would show you guys in the end how much fur was in the rugs that I'm vacuuming today. So first one is in my living room. Okay, now the living room is finished and I still have the vacuum out, so I'm going to do the studio room that I have. So this is our smaller office space, and let me just say that I am really bad at just dumping things everywhere. I really do love this room. It is one of my favorites, if not my favorite area of my apartment, because of how much natural lighting it has, because of the huge windows that are like floor to ceiling. But I feel like if I need to actually like transform the space a little bit, maybe get like a cozy little armchair so I can make a nook or something like that. Because right now, like I said, I just dump things in here because I'm not in here that much. So this is how much fur was in the vacuum, which is just insane, which is a reminder if you have pets to be sure that you are vacuuming on a regular, because it tends to pile up. Next up, I am going to be dusting down my surfaces, and this is a duster that I got from Temu. It is a retractable duster, so you can use it on high shelves. It comes in really handy if you are short like me and you don't want to always be pulling out a ladder. I like doing this at least once a week because it makes my space feel really clean. And dusting general surfaces once a week is a really good option if you don't have that much time to really get in there and deep clean. I like it as well because it's an easier option, an alternative than just wiping everything down if you don't have a lot of time. As you can see here, it is retractable. It is getting me up onto that high shelf. Seeing that I have a lot of white furniture and two of my cats, so one of them has black hair, one of them has gray, I tend to accumulate a lot of fur everywhere, especially like on my ottoman and my couch. I just never had a way of removing that fur effectively, but I love this. This is a hair remover tool from Temu, and as you can see, it kind of like piles all of the hair up together, so you can easily defur your furniture. I had another thing that I would use before, but it was never this effective, and as you can see, all of the hair is just piling up, and then you could just eventually pick it up and remove it. This makes it really easy for me to tackle this at least once a week, because could you imagine if I didn't do that? Like, what would happen to me? Once the couch is cleaned, I can just add the throw pillows and the throw blanket back, and let us tackle the ottoman now, which is a space that I really like, but it's also one that gets really untidy quickly. So I'm just straightening it back, and I love keeping a tray on my ottoman to just put everything in. And then I'm going to swap out these flowers that I had for like forever. And these are from Temu, these two bunches, and I love how bright and vivid this one is, and the next one is more of a pastel, and I like the little stems that are coming out of it and everything like that, and I think it looks like a really beautiful bouquet. So I really need to get new vases though. That's the one thing I feel like if I can get a new vase for my ottoman area just to make it a little bit more elevated. But I love how these faux florals really changed up the space, and that is a really good tip if you are on a budget and you want to really change up a space without spending too much. Faux florals are amazing, and you can change it up throughout the seasons and everything like that. And faux florals and plants are a staple in my apartment because my cats would tend to eat everything. So having real flowers and plants is just not feasible for me. So I really do love these, and I love how my ottoman looked. It really gave it a much needed refresh. Also, if you were curious, in the tray I have, it's a rattan tray. I have an amethyst crystal, my Move Daily Wellness Journal in the floral print. I will have that link down below. I like keeping it there so it reminds me to keep track of my day and my wellness journey. Every single day I can come home and sit down and do that. And then I have 101 essays that will change the way you think, as well as Jay Shetty's new book, 8 Rules of Love, How to Keep It and Let It Go. Time to tackle some laundry. I love my machine because in the middle it has this like hair remover, fur remover thing. If you don't have one like this, I can link in a product which you can toss into your machine if you have cats and stuff like that, and it kind of traps all of the hair. And yeah, it's pretty inexpensive. I definitely recommend this because it is really good, especially if you have pets. So I'm doing my sheets. I have only white sheets, as you guys probably know. By the way, speaking of sheets, I have normal sheets, but I also have these pure bamboo sheets, and let me just say the difference is amazing. I feel so comfortable when I get into my bed. It literally feels like a little bit of luxury. So I'll have these linked down below. I have the ivory set. So, oh my gosh, you guys, I can't even begin to explain. But once my sheets are in there, I'm going to add the detergent, the fabric softener, and a little bit of powder detergent to that. And let that go ahead and wash while I get some other things done. I like to top up on my fresh fruits and vegetables at least once a week. Maybe every 2 weeks I would do this depending on how much things I have remaining. So I have some broccoli, green grapes, baby potatoes, peaches, blueberries. I also have some asparagus and strawberries, which I will show you how I store and use. But I like eating a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables and keeping it in my space. So it's something that I definitely put priority on. Since it's just me and I'm living alone, big portions, for instance, a lot of broccoli can go badly really quickly. So I like to cut it up and freeze them. And I use these freezer bags. I show these in previous videos before, but it is these like reusable freezer bags where you can ziplock everything and put it in a freezer. And I really like that. It keeps my broccoli and my other little items really fresh and makes it last. And I cannot tell you how much times I would have wasted things if I did not do this. And it's definitely something I recommend if you are living alone or if you have like really large portions of items that go badly really quickly. So asparagus is a staple in my kitchen. It is something that I love so much. And again, this is something that can go badly quickly if you don't store it correctly. So first I chop the edges off. I would wash everything and put it into a mason jar with some water. You don't want to put a lot of water in it since it could start to rot it, and then you cover it with a plastic bag, and that keeps my asparagus so fresh. Like I cannot tell you, like my asparagus lasts me about 2 weeks. So for my strawberries, what I've started doing is soaking them a little bit with a cap or two of vinegar, just normal white vinegar, and letting it sit there for about 10 minutes, and then I would wash it out, and then I would put it back in the same container it came in, because I feel like if I have tried to keep berries in other containers and it just would get really soft and soggy. So I really like just keeping mine back in the container that it comes in, and for me that has been working really good, and it has been making my strawberries last long. And I do recommend the little vinegar soak because it also helps to remove a lot of like dirt and debris from your your strawberries, and it also, in my opinion, from what I have noticed, helps it to last a lot longer. I'm going to plant some cat grass for my cats. This is something that helps them with their digestion, and it's really good to incorporate, especially if you have indoor cats and they don't go outside to eat grass, because that tends to like help cleanse them and flush them out and stuff like that. So this is something I might do at least once a month, because it takes about 3 weeks for the old cat grass to die, and then I would plant some new ones like this. So this is something I just decided to do today because it needed to be done. I put the cat grass, a little bit of soil, and I like growing it in this little pot because it fits in the basket that I have. I have a hanging basket that you guys will see, and I pop it in right there, and it gets a lot of light and everything, and look how good it grows. Within about a week, this is how it would look, and my cats absolutely love it. As I mentioned before, it is amazing, especially if you have those indoor cats. If you have indoor cats like myself, I really do recommend this. It is such a good way to help them get some nutrition, and let me just say, they love it. They look forward to this so much. Time to do my makeup brushes. So I got this little board from Temu, and I love the fact that it had those wedges, and as soon as I saw it, I knew that this was meant for my brushes. And I don't even think that's what it's really for, but it is literally perfect, and I've always wanted something like this, and it's really, really inexpensive, but look how good it's cleaning my brushes. So I would do a little bit of like brush cleaner or dishwashing liquid, whatever you have, and look how good it is, like removing all the ickies from my brushes. And I also have on my sink in the back there, it is a retractable strainer, and I like washing my vegetables and stuff in that, and it's really good because it just lies flat across your sink. So this was really good in this case to also hold my brushes as I was like washing everything. And yes, I do have a very minimal brush collection, as you can see. Over the last few years, I've really downsized my makeup collection to only have essentials. I felt like if I was wasting a lot of makeup, and I would just buy things just to have it, or because it was trendy, or because like I saw somebody use it, but most of the times I really would not have loved it, and everything would just pile up, and I had to give away a ton and donate some to my friends and just all of that. So to avoid wasteful spending on a lot of clutter and just unnecessary things, especially since I moved into my own space, I like having only my essentials. So those like maybe 6 brushes that you see there, and then some makeup items. Maybe I can do like a video if you guys want to see in the future of like what are my makeup essentials that I currently use, but it literally is like one foundation, one concealer, one eye palette, just stuff like that. So it's not like 10 foundations or like a couple eyeshadow palettes. Is nothing like that anymore. So that's why I just have all of these little brushes here, but it's okay because I was able to clean it much faster. And you definitely need to check out this little wash-in board from Temu. It's just like about $2, less than $2, I think. So it's definitely a really good purchase, and you can just easily clean your brushes like this. Now that my makeup brushes are really nice and clean, I would just lay out a paper towel on my counter, and then I just have my brushes there and leave them to dry overnight. So about this time, my washing would be finished, and I'm just going to go ahead and put my sheets in the dryer. I use laundry balls, and those work really good, you know, to fluff out my stuff while it's drying. But I also wanted to try the Mrs. Meyer, the lavender dryer sheets from Amazon. I'll have those linked down below. I really love how it smells. For me, it makes everything feel really nice and just luxurious, and I love adding that little bit of romanticizing my life element to everything. So that is the end of this video. Thumbs it up if you enjoy this weekly reset, and if you want to see more videos like these, don't forget to also subscribe so you won't miss anything. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Mwah.